Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Divine Spiritual Tarot. I am here to do your week reading. Also, Taurus, this is a general reading and this is not everybody's story. It might relate to you, it might not. I hope you guys are having a good weekend as well as y'all have a good week. Also, Taurus, this is a general reading. So, it might relate to you, it might not, like I was saying. Also, if it does not, you can go on your moon as well as your Venus signs, and there will be messages there for you, Taurus. Cross watchers, y'all are welcome to my channel, and let's start, Taurus. Spirit, protect me and Taurus as I do their reading from any harm and let it go back to the person that sent it. Let Taurus get the accurate readings that they need to give them guidance and strength. I pray. Amen and amen. So let's see what's coming in for you, Taurus, this week. We have her Strawberry Moon, a time to embrace joy and celebration in life, encouraging connections with loved ones, and sharing the moments of happiness, joy, celebration, and connections. The Strawberry Moon. So you guys are celebrating here, as well as with connections, as well as y'all in joyfulness. We also have here the Full Moon in Leo, celebrating your achievements and also experiencing yourself, celebration as well as authority. So you guys are celebrating, okay? Some of you guys could be around a Leo for some of you guys as well, okay? Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus this week, Spirit? We have here balancing quad. It says assisting your progress and making necessary adjustments to restore balance, harmony, and also reflection. So a lot of you guys are being balancing quad, and a lot of you guys are also assisting to your progress, as well as y'all could be doing reflection work as well here, okay, with the balance of quad. It has something to do with the wolf, intuitive strength and leadership, as well as first quarter moon, courage, decisions, actions, and overcoming obstacles. So a lot of you guys could be overcoming obstacles as well as taking action, as well as going it's like y'all can be going through challenges, but y'all overcoming them, and it has something to do with that. A lot of you guys are in y'all leadership role as well here with the wolf moon, okay? It has something to do with the flower moon, growth, renewal, and bloom. So a lot of you guys are growing as well as y'all renewing, and y'all are blooming with the flower moon, okay? Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus, Spirit? We have her shame, divine healing. So someone here could be feeling a shame or something like that here, okay? And it has something to do with risk. So someone could be ashamed of them taking some type of risk or something like that here. And this is joy and guidance, okay? Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have here new life, divine mother. So a lot of you guys are having new life, and if you having a baby, congratulations as well here, okay? A lot of you guys are mothers as well here, but y'all have new life coming in here. It has something to do with imagination, the inner child, and it has something to do with decisions, the higher self. So it has something to do with someone here can be, you know, in the inner child here, or you could be in the inner child, but it has something to do with decisions and imagination. It's like somebody here wants you to make a decision here, and it can be imagination, okay? But it has something to do with a choice you have to make, or someone here has to make a choice, okay? And it has something to do with two paths, okay? It has something to do with shadow, and it has something to do with divine healing. So some of you guys could be helping someone here, and someone here could be mad or something like that with the fire over the head here, if you see that, okay? So tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have her mental mastery. Our will is mastering a skill, focusing on skill reflection as well as persecution, mental mastery. So somebody could be doing some type of mental mastery here, and it has something to do with the solitude of journey, walking alone and seeing anew. So it's like somebody who want to play a mental mastery with you, and you could be walking along here, okay, or something like that here on your own journey. But somebody here want to play like a mind game or something like that with y'all or something, okay? Girl, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? Some of you guys could be around y'all mother as well. For some of you guys as well here. We have her next level, and we have here dare to dream. A opportunity will be open to seem like fantasy. Trust your vision. So some type of opportunity can be opening, but it can be fantasy or it can be reality. It's up to you guys, and it has something to do with that, with this next level. Okay? Some of you guys could be having a new life or something, but it has something to do with the song, the Siren song. It says here, listen wisely, being aware. So somebody could be telling you something here, and it has something to do with the reflection work, deep to discover your hidden truths. So it has something to do with somebody who could be doing some type of reflection work here, but it has something to do with somebody who could be telling something, and that's why Spirit is telling y'all to listen wisely here about something like that, because it got something to do with reflection. Okay? It has something to do with flight, and it has something to do with escaping an environment that is causing you to find a new space, as well as setting yourself free. So a lot of you guys are setting yourself free here. Y'all moving to a new environment or something like that as well here for some of you. Okay? Tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have here cycles. It says forcing life cycles and staying grounded in the now. So something is a cycle here, and it has something to do with receiving. Abundance, ready. It's your time to receive. So some of you guys could be receiving here or something like that here. Okay? Or it's a cycle that it's your time to receive for some of you guys. Or someone here might want you to give to them or something like that here. Okay? So tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have here the summer. It is time to see the sunny side. Your answers are arriving in the summer. So something's going to be coming to you guys in the summertime here. And it has something to do with some of you guys could be next level in, or someone here is next level in her. In the summer. Okay? And it has something to do with that. We also have here portal. It says fulfilling and achievements of your portal and limits, as well as self-worth. So it's like for some of you guys, y'all could be stepping into a portal of knowing y'all self-worth here. Or it has something to do with someone could be stepping into a portal, and it has something to do with the self-worth. Okay? It has something to do with that, and it has something to do with creative as well as a lesson. So it has something to do with some type of lesson here that you're going to learn, and it can be creative or something like that as well here. And it has something to do with that. Okay? So some of you guys are next leveling here, okay? Some of you guys are finding y'all balance as well. Some of you guys are a divine mother, or y'all could be a divine feminine here as well. Too much. You tell others too much. So someone could be telling somebody too much. What's going on here, okay? And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody could be telling somebody too much, but it's like somebody here wants somebody here to be unworthy, or they want you to feel unworthy here. Because you could be telling too much, or someone here is, okay? And they want someone here to feel unworthy or something like that here. Okay? Or someone here could be telling you too much. Okay? Or something like that. Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. We have her group. The groups is switching. So some type of group here is switching here. Okay? And it has something to do with that, because it has something to do with next level. So a group here could be wanting to be next level here, and it has something to do with the balance of quad. It has something to do with need to release, and it has something to do with protect your heart. So some of you guys could be protecting y'all heart here, and y'all releasing something, or someone here is releasing something here because they're protecting their heart. And it has something to do with that. Somebody here could be working too much, or you could be working too much as well here. Okay? Tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's going on with the sign of Taurus? We have her loyalty, trustworthy friends, and have your best interests and care and connections. Loyalty. And it has something to do with that. Loyalty, and also planting your seeds. So some of you guys could be planting your seeds here to people that is loyal to you, or something like that as well here. Okay? Well, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have her maid woman, and it has something to do with tuning into power. Maid woman. So someone could be a maid woman, or you could be a maid woman here. You're going to get some answers here, but it has something to do with a group here as well here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a group, or someone here could be dealing with a group, but it's a group here, okay? And it has something to do with that. It's a group here that want to level up her. And you could be a married woman, or someone her is, and it has something to do with generational curse, and it has something to do with that. So someone her breaks generational curses, or you break generational curses, and it has something to do with that, with the ancestors of Emperor Goddess here. The ancestors of Emperor Goddess, because it has something to do with some of you guys. Everything you touch turns to gold, and it has something to do with a twin flame. Okay. Or your twin flame could be everything touched to gold to them, or it has something to do with everything you touch is gold, and you could be somebody's twin flame here. Okay, it has something to do with choices. 144. You have a divine mission here, so somebody here has a divine mission here, and it has something to do with the chosen. 144. Okay. We have here trust. So a lot of you guys are in trust, okay? And it has something to do with that, and it has something to do with you could be trusting your blessings, okay? So tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? It has something to do with the ancestors. So your ancestors could be with you here, Taurus, and it has something to do with that. A lot of you guys are growing with your ancestors, sir. A lot of you guys are growing with your ancestors, okay? And it has something to do with you growing with your ancestors here. And it has something to do with that. Some of you guys are intuitive, and some of you guys are in joyfulness as well here, okay? And it has something to do with power, okay? So you guys could be growing with your ancestors or family or something like that as well here, okay? We have here energies, the power as well as deception energies. So it has something to do with some type of energies here. And it has something to do with the red rose, overcoming obstacles as well as finding joy here. So some type of energies here could be overcoming obstacles here, okay? So tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have here the witch. Creation, lily flower, and feeling free. The witch. So it has something to do with a witch here, and it has something to do with the moon, duality, as well as hiding secrets and power. So it has something to do with somebody here could be hiding something here with the moon, and it got something to do with a witch here. Okay, and it has something to do with someone here could be doing magic. Okay, and it has something to do with that, with this power of being as well as transformation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So someone could be calling on their ancestors here, and it has something to do with that. It has something to do with a witcher can be calling on somebody's ancestors, or they can be calling on your ancestors, but somebody here is calling on their ancestors here. Okay. Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. It has something to do with gifts of love. So it has something to do with a gift here you could be getting, or someone here is getting a gift, and it has something to do with somebody here is gossiping about it. Okay. Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus here, Spirit? We have her leaving. So someone here is leaving here. Something's going to be a breaking of a cycle, saying goodbye or moving on for better. So some of you guys are leaving here, and it has something to do with that. A lot of you guys are leaving something here, and what y'all are leaving here, or you could be ascending here, or someone here is ascending and someone here is leaving. Someone here that's ascended, or someone is leaving you and you could be ascended. But it has something to do with that. Some of you guys could be getting away here, and it has something to do with getting clarity. Y'all could be getting away to get clarity or something like that as well here, because somebody here is going to be unavailable. Okay. So it's like a witcher could be leaving. Okay. It got something to do with a witcher. And someone, a witcher could be leaving, because a witcher could be calling on their ancestors here. Okay. We have here, when you rise to the challenge, it rise to meet you. So when you rise to the challenge, it is rise to meet you, and it has something to do with that. It says you pull your strings and control your own life. So you pull your strings and control your own life. Taurus. First, tell me about the sign of Taurus here. What's going on with the sign of Taurus? It has something to do with your dreams or never filter when they are in reach. Okay? And it has something to do with you have came back to the start to see what you're missing before. So it has something to do with somebody y'all could be beginning something again or something like that here. Okay? So it has something to do with someone who's leaving something here, because it has something to do with somebody here is trying to reach their goals or something like that here. But it's a witch that's leaving her, or someone who's leaving a witch here, because it has something to do with a witch here can be calling on their ancestors or something like that as well here. Okay. So let's see what's going on here, Taurus. Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have here the Emperor, Aries energy. Okay. The Emperor. So it has something to do with a boss figure here. And it has something to do with the 10 of Cups, water energy. So it has something to do with a family as well here. Okay. Some of you guys could know what Aries for some. That could be in y'all family for some. Spirit, tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus here, Spirit? We have here the Two of Pentacles. So y'all could be trying to balance something out here, or juggling something, or trying to balance something out. It has something to do with that, and it has something to do with the Two of Wands. Fire energy here. So it has something to do with that, and it has something to do with the world, and it has something to do with the Magician. So it has something to do with something is the ending of a cycle, or somebody who could be trying to manifest something here, or somebody who can be manifesting celebration. But also the world can be celebration, but also the world can be an ending here. And someone here can be celebrating an ending as well. But it has something to do with that, because it has something to do with somebody here is walking away. Okay. Somebody plans is to juggle someone here. Yeah. Earth energy as well as fire. First, tell me about the sign of Taurus. It has something to do with judgment. So someone is making a judgment call here about somebody plans her. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the 9 of Wands, fire energy. And it has something to do with you could be standing your ground on someone her is. It has something to do with the 5 of Swords, air energy. So it has something to do with someone who could be fighting, or you might find out somebody juggling you about some type of plans. It has something to do with the 2 of Swords. And it has something to do with the 9 of Swords. So somebody here got somebody here in stalemate, or they don't want to make a choice here. And it's in somebody's head. Somebody here is in there. It's in their head with this 9 of Swords. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the 3 of Wands as well here. Okay. And somebody can be waiting on their shifts to come in or something, or they can have foresight. So tell me about the sign of Taurus. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus here? We have the Knight of Swords. So it has something to do with the air energy here. It can be coming in real quicker. But if you do that, that's the 5 of Swords, and then somebody's gonna be moving the calmer waters. It has something to do with the 10 of Cups, water energy here. So it has something to do with a family here. You could be making a judgment on it. Someone here is making a judgment on a family here. It has something to do with that, because it has something to do with the King of Cups, water energy, and it has something to do with the 4 of Pentacles. Somebody who could be holding back their energy and their time, or they're also holding back their possessions, and it has something to do with a water sign, or someone here is holding back their possessions from a water sign. It has something to do with that, and it has something to do with the Sun, Leo energy. So what it like to me is you might be fighting, or someone is going to be fighting about somebody here juggling them, or trying to balance something out here. Okay. And it has something to do with that, because it has something to do with the 2 of Cups, water energy. So it has something to do with a 2 of Cups. So somebody could be making a judgment call about a 2 of Cups, or you are. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the King of Wands here, fire and energy. And it has something to do with somebody here is in the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. It could be a fire energy that's in the 5 of Pentacles, sir. And it has something to do with that as well. It has something to do with the Knight of Wands. The King of Wands here. So it has something to do with the King of Wands. Fire energy here. Okay. So what it led to me is somebody who's going to be coming in. It could be an air energy here that want to come in, or another earth energy but it has something to do with somebody here could be, our energy is coming in, but somebody here could be juggling somebody or trying to balance something out here, okay? And it has something to do with that. But some of you guys, y'all can be fighting here because some of you guys might figure out somebody juggling y'all or something like that, and it got something to do with somebody plans. Okay, and it has something to do with that with the Two of Wands here. It has something to do with the Two of Wands here, and it has something to do with some plans with a family. Okay, or you could be planning with your family, and you could be fighting, or someone here is fighting, and it has something to do with that because somebody here is making a judgment call, and they're making a judgment call because of somebody plans here, and it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the Two of Cups here, so it has something to do with a relationship or something like that here, and it has something to do with that. And some of you guys, it has something to do with a family as well here. It has something to do with the Nine of Wands, so some of you guys could be standing y'all ground because y'all be working or something like that as well here a lot. Okay, you might make a judgment call on it or something like that as well here, Taurus. Okay, so that's what I see. Something gonna be coming in real quick here. Okay, and there's gonna be some fighting here or arguments or something, and somebody who's gonna be moving the calmer waters or something like that here. It has something to do with the Seven of Cups, and it has something to do with, you can have options, or it has something to do with somebody here putting up illusions here. Okay, and it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the Hangman, Pisces energy. So it has something to do with somebody who need to look at something in a different perspective, or someone who's getting hanged. Yeah. Give me one on the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, sir. It has something to do with the Page of Pentacles, sir. So somebody here could be studying, or you could be studying and going back to school here. If you put the other one, that's the Three of Pentacles. So somebody here is working together to juggle somebody here. Okay? And it has something to do with the Ten of Pentacles, and it has something to do with the Death card. So it has something to do with Scorpio energy as well here, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. Got something to do with a family here, a legacy, or something like that as well here. Or inheritance or something. And it has something to do with that with the Death card. This is what somebody here trying to manifest. Okay? Why is the Five of Swords here? It has something to do with the Four of Cups. So something is a missing opportunity here because somebody going to be fighting her. Okay? And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the High Priestess here, Pisces energy. And it has something to do with somebody who don't want to make a choice. They don't want to make a choice here. Somebody here is putting somebody here in a stalemate as well here. That's the secret. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with a Knight of Cups here. They will come and give you an offer or something like that here. Water energy. Give me one on the Two of Wands. What's coming in for the sign of Taurus? We have her, the Queen of Wands, fire energy. So it has something to do with the Queen of Wands, her be studying or something like that. Her, but somebody here is trying to work together here to juggle somebody here, and they doing it in teamwork. Okay, it's a missing opportunity with the Queen of Wands here, because somebody here is fighting or something like that here, and it has something to do with the Queen of Pentacles, and it got something to do with the King of Cups, water energy. So it has something to do with the Queen of Pentacles as well as a King of Cups here, water energy here. And it has something to do with that. Somebody here doing some type of work here on somebody, or trying to do some type of work on somebody here. Yeah. Give me one on the Knight of Swords. It has something to do with the Queen of Swords, air energy. So some of you guys can be around the Queen of Swords here, and it has something to do with something gonna be coming in. It could be another air energy coming in with a Queen of Swords here, but it has something to do with for to be a missing opportunity for a Queen of Swords here, because it has something to do with the Nine of Wands, and it has something to do with the Five of Cups. Something is bored, or something, and somebody here is not content, and somebody here is standing their ground here. This is fire energy as well as water energy, and it has something to do with that, and it has something to do with somebody here for to be stuck with the Eight of Swords. Why is judgment here for the sign of Taurus? It has something to do with the past, or the Six of Cups, water energy. So somebody here is on judgment about something that they did in the past, or, and it has something to do with that. And it got something to do with the Queen of Swords. It has something to do with the Two of Pentacles, sir, and it has something to do with the Five of Swords. So somebody here is being juggled here, and somebody here is going to be fighting air energy as well as earth energy here. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with the Devil, Capricorn energy here. Give me one on the 10 of... It's a family here that did something here as well, okay? Or they did something to you, or somebody here did something here. Give me one on the 10 of Cups. It has something to do with the Eight of Cups. So somebody here is walking away from their family here, or it has something to do with that. Somebody here for to walk away from their family, or you walking away from your family, or somebody here for to walk away from a Queen of Swords, or a Queen of Swords is walking away. It has something to do with that. And it has something to do with the Four of Swords. And it has something to do with something's going to be put to rest her. And it has something to do with the Five of Swords as well. It's going to be put to rest. And then it's also going to be put to rest with the World core her. Something is the ending of a cycle. Why is the Nine of Wands here? It has something to do with the death. So something is a death core her. Yeah. Because somebody here walked away. And it has something to do with the Emperor. And it has something to do with the Emperor could be sowing his seeds and his investments. Or is what an Emperor sowed their seeds into. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with a Page of Swords. Air energy. Why is Two of Cups here? It has something to do with a King of Swords, air energy. So it has something to do with a King of Swords had a relationship or something like that in the past. Or, okay. And somebody walked away. Okay. And it has something to do with that. That's why it's a death core her. It has something to do with the High Priestess. And it has something to do with the Knight of Wands. Somebody here kept a secret her. Okay. Or somebody here followed their intuition or something here. Because it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with the Six of Swords. Somebody here is moving the karma waters. Somebody here kept a secret from a King of Wands here. They kept a secret here from a King of Wands here. Okay. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here trying to call their ancestors or something like that here. And it has something to do with that. And it's a witch that's trying to do this. But somebody here finna lead somebody here. Yeah. Because it has something to do with somebody here is thought that they can work together here to juggle somebody here. And it has something to do with a queen, our energy here. Our energy work together with somebody here. Towards that y'all could have been dealing with her for some of y'all. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with they thought they could juggle somebody here. Or they thought they could juggle you or work together her. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here finna be fighting her. And the reason why they finna be fighting about some type of plans her. Because it has something to do with the Queen of Wands. And it has something to do with some missing opportunity with a Taurus on her. Because it has something to do with that. Because it has something to do with it's a missing opportunity with a fire sign. Because this fire sign her walked away from a family here. Okay, and it has something to do with that. But it has something to do with the Queen of Swords her that can be walking away as well. But somebody her it's judgment on the Queen of Swords her because somebody did something in the past her. It's like they had somebody her stuck in the past. This is what they did in the past, and they had somebody her stuck. But if you see this person not stuck no more, and it has something to do with that. So it's judgment on somebody her, and it got something to do with that. Okay. And it has something to do with a King of Swords her. And it has something to do with a King of Swords her. Somebody could have had a relationship with into the past her. Air energy or something like that as well her. Could have had a relationship with the air energy or something like that her. For some of you Taurus males. Y'all could be dealing with the earth sign. But it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with something that's a death core her. Because it has something to do with the Nine of Wands. You could be standing your ground on someone her is. And that's why it's an ending. Okay? Now you know what's going on her, Taurus. Somebody here playing around her. Okay, and I'ma always tell you that because it has something to do with a group her thought that they was gonna level up her, but they gonna have to be balanced, or they might be trying to get balanced. But it's a group her that thought that they was gonna level up her, and they're not. Okay, because it has something to do with that, and it has something to do with they thought they was gonna level up her, and they thought that they was gonna have a new life. Okay, if they balance themselves, but it has something to do with it. Some type of answers gonna be coming in the summertime because of this. Because somebody here is trying to surface or do something on a divine feminine her. And it has something to do with that. Because it has something to do with somebody here is a maid woman. Or you a maid woman. Or something like that her. And it got something to do with a group. Yeah. Somebody here in this group was messing with a witch. And it has something to do with somebody here is a witch. And they trying to call on their ancestors. But that stuff is dead. Or they could have been calling on their ancestors on you. Or something like that her. Towards. Yeah, somebody here playing around her. It's got something to do with a family her. We are family. Yeah. But somebody here playing around her, Taurus. Like real talk. Girl, tell me about the sign of Taurus. Yeah. So let's see what's coming in, Taurus. Why the Page of Pentacles? It already came out. Has something to do with a long-term relationship, or so somebody could have been working together with somebody here and they in a long-term relationship, okay, or you are, and it has something to do with that. But somebody here finna reject the long-term relationship here. This is what they finna do. They finna reject a long-term relationship because something is hollow, or you ain't speaking to somebody who ain't speaking, and it has something to do with that. Somebody here made a settlement here, or they want to make a settlement on somebody here that got evidence on them. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here stalking somebody here. It got something to do with grandparents, or it has something to do with an older person here. Can stalk somebody, or somebody here stalking an older person. But it has something to do with somebody here trying to apologize to an alien here, or someone here they got spiritual gifts. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here got some bad habits, and it got something to do with a family here. They got some bad habits here. Because it has something to do with somebody here acting like they hooked on somebody here and they choose somebody. But it has something to do with somebody here, I will return someday somehow. Somebody here ain't gonna be able to return. Because it has something to do with somebody here is a wolf with sheep clothing on. That's what it has something to do with her. Okay? You'll be in a long-term relationship, or somebody here is. It has something to do with whoever that's in this long-term relationship here is finna go through mountains and challenges. Yeah. Because it has something to do with somebody who ain't contacting somebody here, and somebody who trying to hold on to somebody, but they not contacting them. They block them or something, or you block them. And it has something to do with that. They trying to hold on to you. It has something to do with somebody here under pressure because somebody here is heartbroken. Because it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here sick and tired of cycles here. But it's like they want to apologize, or they in grief. But it has something to do with that. Somebody here is cursed, and somebody here is holding a grudge as well here. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here got a karmic tie here, and they got some legal issues. Because it has something to do with somebody here getting rejected here. Because somebody here want to see other people. That's what it has something to do with her. Yeah. Why the Queen of Wands, sir? It has something to do with somebody who is the devil. Capricorn energy here. So it has something to do with somebody who is the devil. So somebody here try to say somebody here was the devil here. Yeah. Somebody here in a relationship, or they could be in a commitment with somebody here is the devil. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here trying to say this person was the devil, but it's somebody here for to be the devil, because it has something to do with that. It's always a missing opportunity here, because somebody here wanted to fight with somebody, because somebody here didn't want to mess with them or nothing, so they called them the devil. And it has something to do with a couple that did this, but this person is not the devil. They threatened towards this divine feminine. And it has something to do with that. Let me buy you some coffee, and it has something to do with somebody here holding a grudge. But it has something to do with somebody here acting like they into somebody here with this intimacy. But it has something to do with somebody here playing with a queen bee here, or boss bee. And it got something to do with somebody ex, or somebody here could have called you the devil, or somebody here called somebody here the devil. Yeah, but that's not true. Yeah. Give me one on the Queen of Swords, and somebody here in a relationship with this person, and they the devil. Yeah. Somebody here love to have regular sex, sir. It got something to do with the Queen of Swords. Yeah. They try to make it seem like somebody here the devil. Yeah, but it has something to do with somebody here in a commitment with the devil. Yeah, and then it has something to do with somebody here going through challenges because somebody here love to have regular sex. It has something to do with somebody here jealous of somebody here, and it got something to do with a family. But it has something to do with somebody here acting like they fake flexing her. But it has something to do with somebody here getting clarity. Because it has something to do with somebody here could be a celebrity here, and somebody here want to travel to the celebrity. But it has something to do with in time. Somebody here is done. Or you done. And it has something to do with that. Somebody here could be sneaking around her. And it has something to do with that. But somebody here thought somebody here sneaking around, or somebody was sneaking around on a queen bee here, or a queen rising, and it has something to do with that. But somebody here decluttering, and what they decluttering on, or they trying to declutter off of, is somebody here that is an organizing of crime. Yeah, that's what they trying to do. That's why they trying to call on their ancestors, sir. Like their ancestors go help them. Nah, somebody here is sleeping with the devil. They sleeping with the devil here, man. That's real talk. Don't even know it, man. Yeah, or somebody here is, man. And this person that they sleeping with have reckless sex. That's why they going through challenges. That's something to do with somebody here threatening. Yeah, they threaten her. And they threaten about the past, her, this devil. Because it has something to do with somebody here want to sit around her and bring conflict to somebody here. That's why somebody here is ashamed. It's like they hot and cold her, but they want to bring conflict. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here broke her and they ain't got nothing. And that's why it's decayed. Because it has something to do with somebody here wanting to play mind games, her. That's their obsession. But it has something to do with somebody here is in a karmic relationship here. And somebody here that's in this karmic relationship here for to get rejected. Because it has something to do with somebody here getting hunted. And it got something to do with a divine maximum here is the one that's getting hunted here. Because somebody here is looking up somebody here and stalking them. And they stalking them on Facebook here. Yeah. Somebody here, it could be a couple here that had reckless sex with somebody here. A male had reckless sex with somebody loving her. Yeah. That's what it got something to do with. That's why somebody here getting rejected her. Yeah, somebody here finna get rejected her. Yeah, somebody here finna go through challenges and they finna get rejected her. Cause somebody here messing with the devil in a relationship. And it has something to do with that. And it got something to do with somebody got some legal issues her. And they with a karmic. And it has something to do with that. That's why somebody here has cursed her. Whatever they trying to call on or whatever, they cursed her. And it has something to do with that because that's why they holding a grudge. Somebody here acting like they sick and tired, but somebody here getting guilt. And they under pressure her too. Yeah. Because somebody here heartbroken. Because somebody here ain't contacting nobody. Nope. Give me one on the death cord here. It has something to do with somebody here is in a commitment. Yeah, and they threaten. Yeah. Somebody here in a commitment here. Somebody here rejected their commitment. Yeah. But it has something to do with somebody ex her and it has something to do with into you. But it has something to do with somebody here be having intimacy here and let's have coffee. But somebody here is still holding a grudge her and that's why they threaten her. Somebody holding a grudge and they threaten. And they threaten because somebody here is a queen bee her. And somebody ain't over this divine feminine. Or they not over you. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here decluttered. They decluttered this commitment here. Yeah. And it has something to do with that. Somebody here was sneaky to a queen bee her. They was sneaky to this person. And it has something to do with that with this scandal. But it has something to do with somebody here in time is done. They're not messing with somebody. Or you done. And it has something to do with that. Whatever somebody here did, you could be a celebrity here and they try to travel to you. But it has something to do with somebody here is fake flexing. And somebody here for to get the clarity. Because it has something to do with somebody here jealous of somebody here in a family. Yeah. That's what it has something to do with her. Yeah. So, what it look like to me is somebody here in a commitment and they love to have reckless sex, now they threaten. Somebody here is threatening about a male or another female here. And somebody here is with the devil. This is what they with. They with the devil here. Their commitment is with the devil. And it has something to do with that. Yeah. Somebody here, it could be a Queen of Wands here. They be studying her and they know they with the devil here. It's a Queen of Wands here. Or you, it's a Queen of Wands that got fire in your chart. And it has something to do with that. And this person studies. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with y'all could be studying her. And y'all know y'all commitment or somebody commitment her is the devil. They with the devil here. They land with the devil here, man. And it has something to do with that. That's why somebody here finna get rejected and also be discard. Because it has something to do with somebody here loves to have reckless sex here. But whoever they have a reckless sex here, they finna go through a challenge. Because it has something to do with that. And it got something to do with a Queen of Swords here, air energy here. Somebody here could have been having reckless sex on the earth sign here. Or somebody earth sign could have been having reckless sex with somebody here. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here wanted to sit around her and they threatened about somebody commitment. Somebody here's threatening about somebody commitment here. Yeah. That's what it has something to do with here, Taurus. Like somebody here, nah, baby. It got something to do with somebody here, a thief. And it has something to do with this thief finna be imprisonment. Yeah. Just outside the Taurus. It has something to do with unexpected her. Somebody got expectations her or some type of expectations her. It got something to do with a mature male her and it has something to do with a mature male her that's in despair. And it has something to do with a child her. What's outside the Taurus? It has something to do with somebody here got expectations, but it has something to do with in the community here. Yeah. And it has something to do with a wealthy man here in a family room. So it got something to do with a wealthy man in a family room here. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with high honored. Yeah. Somebody here, like, they high honor to their family here. Or they high honor to their family here. It's short right here. Yeah. It has something to do with journey. So somebody here could be going on a journey here in the community or something like that here. But it has something to do with the main female here and a message. So it has something to do with the main female here that's getting a message. And it has something to do with that. And they get a message about a person that's a privileged lady. Yeah, that's what it has to do with, Taurus. It's better outside of Taurus. Yeah, it has to do with somebody who got a shadow. They got to shadow her. Yeah, they got to shadow her. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with the eclipse her. And something going to be shown her on some type of tape or something. Because it has something to do with somebody here hiding her. It got something to do with the entertainer. Something going round and round. And it has something to do with somebody who could be hiding. But it has something to do with that. The activation on line is green. And it has something to do with also delivery in the brown. So it has something to do with something that's coming in. Or about some type of activation. Or some of y'all guys could be having something come in for y'all. Or something like that here. But somebody here could get a notice. And then something's going to be a red. It's going to be a red notice her. Yeah. That's what y'all son do with her. Somebody got to shadow her. And that has something to do with that, with this waterfall. That's why somebody here need to cleanse. Yeah, they got to shadow her. Somebody got to cleanse because it has something to do with the unicorn. Oh my God, it has something to do with the flamingo. Yeah, and it has something to do with somebody here is laughing her, but it has something to do with somebody here is adapting. But this is what they adapt to, is laughing, and they are short. But it has something to do with that. But this short her is in clouds. That's what's going to be shown. They in illusions her. Yeah, whoever this is. Yeah. Somebody got to shadow her. Somebody be following them or something like that her. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the crocodile. Somebody heard. Yeah. And it has something to do with the ball pit. And it has something to do with the eggplant. So something is a ball pit here. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with the pickle. And it has something to do with the squirrel. A squirrel be working all the time here. But something is sour. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with that. Okay? Somebody here's a crocodile here. And they got a shadow. They got a shadow here, Taurus. Like real talk. Girl, tell me about the sign of Taurus. Told you it got something to do with the moon. Somebody here coming to tell somebody something or something like that. It got something to do with a neighbor or something like that as well. Okay? And it has something to do with that. Somebody here could be in a closet here giving each other hugs or kisses. Some female here is in a closet here doing something here. Okay? And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here in the water here is cleansing. Because it's a bridge, okay? And that's something with somebody here just putting on the show here with this moon. They putting on the show. But somebody here watching them. Yeah. Because it has something to do with a couple here. And it has something to do with somebody here blaming a whole bunch of people here. You all see this person, they blaming just one person here. And it's a couple here. Yeah. It's a couple here that's blaming one person here. And there's a whole bunch of people here that's blaming this person. Yeah. Yeah, something to do with somebody here is stuck. They stuck her. Yeah, this is what's going on here. And it has something to do with somebody here trying to use a ghost to hunt somebody here. And it has something to do with that with this teddy bear. And it got something to do with child. But it has something to do with somebody here is looking crazy here because somebody here is getting judged. And it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with somebody here is hiding something in a tunnel. They hiding a female here or somebody in a tunnel. Yeah, that's what it has something to do with, Taurus. Yeah. It has something to do with somebody here is trying to keep somebody here stuck to just be walking by themselves and minding their own business, sir. But it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here playing with somebody here that's a Buddhism. You all see this Buddhism sitting right here by themselves? They Buddhism. And it has something to do with a couple. But it has something to do with in time here, somebody here finna be in this net. It's like somebody trying to catch somebody here or catch something in time. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with somebody here ain't nothing gonna do but close the closet here. Because something is dead. And that's what's unfalling. Yeah. Somebody could be thinking about somebody here. It's like somebody could be a single mother here and they be taking care of their kids or something like that. But they always thinking about somebody. Yeah. That's what it has something to do with, Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Sign of Taurus. It has something to do with the enter. none of us just good or bad. So some people are good and some people here is bad. Yeah. And it has something to do with the root chakra here, and it has something to do with neutron energy here. So it has something to do with somebody need to work on their root chakra here. And because somebody put around and put an illusion up to somebody here. But it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with the galaxy here. And it has something to do with Venus energy. Yeah. It has something to do with Jupiter energy here. And it has something to do with the crown chakra. Yeah. And it got something to do with somebody Aunt Orta. Yeah. Her. Yup. Some people are good, some people are bad. That's what it has something to do with her. It has something to do with a Sagittarius her, and it has something to do with somebody who knows somebody who ain't nothing but good or bad her, and it has something to do with that. It has something to do with this person in Saturn energy here, and it has something to do with the universe, and it has something to do with this person meditating. What they meditate on is being happy here, or they meditate on the sun. Something is revealed her because somebody who is in their own. They're in the lion gates, and they also in their life purpose and divine light within. Yeah. That's what it has something to do with her. Yeah. It has something to do with Libra energy as well her. So it has something to do with somebody could be dealing with a Libra as well her. Like somebody could be good or somebody could be bad. But it has something to do with that. And it has something to do with Virgo energy here. And it has something to do with somebody who could be in a North Node. Because it has something to do with retrograde here, and it got something to do with the heart chakra. So the retrograde is pretty coming soon, and it has something to do with that, and it has something to do with something's going to be an ending as well as a new beginning. Those are your messages, Taurus. Take care. Bye bye.